Hello and welcome back to Divide and Conquer, where we continue on with our Lindon campaign. Where we left off, we had taken all of the Shire, and in result I brought upon this monstrosity upon the world, and I am a bit scared of it. For two things. One, although most of those units are pretty trashy compared to some of our units, there are a lot of them, and if you can see from the army we have at Deep Hallow, we do not have enough of anything to contest them. So what we're going to have to do, I believe, if they do come to attack us, we're going to have to give up maybe Deep Hallow and Hobbiton as we're prepared to bring more units over. For example, characters like Porthian, and maybe even Italian. I'm very certain I'm going to send them over to Buzz Review. I'm sending these Mariners as well to Deep Hallow, or to just the Shire. And another thing I want to note, even though this went quickly, the person who commented on part 4, and you also noted why you don't really need to fight the dwarves. You could just go down here and just fight the rest of them, and that will be suitable enough. And as much as I would like to do that, and it would be extremely easy if I did that, what I'm going to do instead is form a temporary alliance, so I can focus all my efforts onto these regions. Because as I thought back to it, I thought because we're going to need a lot to defeat the dwarves, what if we just form a temporary alliance with them? If they attack Angmar, I won't really care because I'll break their alliance with Angmar. If they attack the Dunedain, though, that's when I'll go. That's when I'll go into the fight. But either way, that's going to be a long time away. Either of those things going to happen. The dwarves are meant to be slow. The Dwarves of the Blue Mountains are meant to actively play slow until about turn 120-ish, in which case they just start to blitzkrieg out of nowhere. So we are going to attempt to form a temporary alliance. Even if I have to go with them with money, I will do so. I'm going to lose possibly Deep Hallow, Hobbiton and Sackville, and probably hold up Mitchell Delving, while we attempt to fight back against Bree. That's the thing, we took these so easily. But now that we have very little to defend them. If I was to not focus on defending against the dwarves if they were to attack me as well, then all those units, including Kurdan, will be in Deep Hallow right now, and there's no way even this army and those two armies combined could beat the full force of our elven armies. So I'm going to end the turn by moving my spy. Oh wait, no, I'm going to move my spy up to Angmar because I want to see how well they're doing, or no, how poorly they're doing. They're losing, I'm fairly certain. Yes, I did move T. Galad. I did just send him back over here because, again, I don't really care about cheating diplomats in certain places to speak with people. That's the one thing that doesn't really pee me off about having that system in the game. Because obviously, in games like Total War Warhammer, you have just the instance, once you see the nation, you can form agreements with them at any time.
Follow me.
So we are going to send Belmyphorion back over here. Actually,
come, my brother.
Yes, we are. Going to leave one unit of artillery guards inside of Forlond.
Follow me.
If I ever see a dwarven unit from close to here, after we form the alliance, then I will assume that they're immediately coming to attack us, and I can just build up an army in Forlond, or at Harlond even, and then just set that up to Forlond. Because that's the thing, Ered Luin, I'm still wanting to go to war with them. That's why I said I'm only making a temporary alliance. Temporary for two reasons. One, I do want to fight Ered Luin in the future. They're a fun faction to fight, I'll give them that. They are a very fun faction to fight because they are difficult to defeat. But I'm also going to change the one of my house rules. I need to hold all of the Shire and Bree, so I can't have any of my allies claiming any other of these regions other than myself. And then I can make the Eldarim way. But I also need to have a few more coastal regions. I need to hold all of this. I need to hold all of Eriador up to Farbad if I want to make the Eldarim way. We need to get some, because basically the law behind it is we're trying to get substantial trade improvements or trade agreements overseas to collect large amounts of iron so they can be smithed into true steel that can be wielded by the most elite of the Noldor. Or something like that. Something that sounds a bit more professional than how I just put it. But yeah, we're going to set up a watchtower if I can keep an eye on their movements. Because yeah, that's another thing. We have to keep units in Sackville, or in just any of the Hobbit regions. And that's a problem, because if I want to try and hold them off at like a bridge, I'm losing 1 or 2 units just so I can keep these areas under wraps. And to be honest, as nice as it is to hold these regions, the only thing they make us is money. We can't recruit any units from Hobbiton, Sackville, or Deep Hallow because they can never upgrade. Middle Delving is the only exception, and it's the one place I want to try and protect the most. That's why I'm building the army for it now. So then, let's end the turn. There were 2 other options that I could think of, but one of them limits my ability to actually claim property, and that would be make an alliance with Ered Luin while I took out the dwarves. Another one was to just make peace with Bree, because to be honest, after claiming this much of their home, even if they have a massive army waiting on the wings, they're going to want peace. So, but then I'll be leaving the Dunedain on their own, and they're already dealing with Imladris. So I don't want to have to leave them on their own to fend off against Imladris. So yeah, those 3 options I've deducted from how things were going. Obviously, Bree having that extra power makes them scary, but not scary enough to just walk away from them and do nothing. So Dogledor's expanded. The first and the feelings on the show. Oh, we get some things with this now. More units, that'd be nice. Shut the dead marchers and go to Gelabrin. And I'm actually tempted to pay for that map information and their map information as well. Those Lindon Mariners. I still wanted to make any unit and every unit possible to us. It's just now we don't have to think too much about defending the from the Blue Mountains. Let's give them 1,500. Try and sweeten the deal. Nice. Nice. Now again, this is a temporary alliance. We're doing this simply for the fact that 1, Ered Luin are scary enough as they are now. For the fact that army could not batter anything we bring to them, but it could very much give us a run for our money. And then when their last stand script appears, it'll be a lot stronger than that of the Breelanders, and we've still got the Breelanders to deal with. And they've left a lot of their army. They just moved a lot of their army out. But there's some more Barrow-wights here, so they might. Really, they beat the Barrow-wights that easily? Well, yeah, I didn't give the Breelanders enough credit then. I really did not give enough the Breelanders the credit they were due. Yeah, because look at that, they didn't suffer that many casualties, but still, damn, that's scary. In fact, they managed to beat 4 Barrow-wight units with losing hardly any of their army, actually. All they lost was about half a Breeland militia unit, some of an archer militia unit, a couple merchant cavalry. I keep forgetting though, auto-resolves. The AI, their battles function on auto-resolves, and rebel units, or rebel armies, even these guys are just rebels. Rebel armies are very easily persuaded to just flee. Sorry, not flee, once you beat them, even if it's just an auto-resolve and there's like 500 of them left, they will all just go away. So Ered Luin are bringing up some woodsmen and clansmen to try and claim the core Willishar. They've already attacked it once, as you can see, but I think the garrison should be able to hold out against those 4 units, especially with those sellswords. They don't stand much of a chance against those sellswords. At least with what they've got right now. So moving our units across. I would like to send some of my units down to help the garrison of Buzzard-Doom, because I want to go out and attack at Dol Vaughn to protect both Harland and Buzzard-Doom. Oh, and they've actually upgraded it to a town. Neat. That's useful. So, what next? 3 turns we start making some Teleri guards as well, so that's good. Get some more Teleri guards from here. getting some Lindon long spears here, but there's also bowmen. Now we've got plenty of bowmen here. Let's get these long spears to join them. These bowmen, the ship over. Then those bowmen go into there and join with Alanon. I can get some Lindon long spears. Merge them two together and move them out. Now the lines with the Blue Mountains, our border here is quite secure. It's just in the future, our border can very quickly change. Because as much as we're leaving them alive right now, their regions are only going to grow stronger. If anything, they're going to grow stronger than our nations are. Which can be scary. But if we hold enough land where we can actually build units from, we should be fine. Holding Bree is going to be a massive aid to our help, massive aid for us. The sooner we can claim it, the sooner we can get massive trade, and technically it's just another region we can make all of our elites from in the future.
Yes, my lord. Elves.
As we look around, Barliman's crew and artillery bowmen. Forlon's got the long spears. Miflon is making the mariners. Doom can't make anything, Delving can't make anything, and those three can't make anything. Qatar may be difficult to deal with, may lose a few guys, but to be honest, if their army is not even larger than ours, there's no point worrying. It's that army that's currently at Mengele that we need to worry about. And because of those trade roads that Bree starts with, their movement is phenomenal. But also another thing, once we have claimed Bree, we can claim all those forts as well. And I think it's like, oh, I don't remember how many forts it is. It's about, there's one next to Deep Hollow, there's two on the north border next to the fortress, there's another one near Bree, there's one to the west, that's 5. That's really, really good. Bree is definitely one of those places where if you can claim it and all the forts, and the neighbouring regions aren't going to go to war with you, you are golden, you are set. Hornburg's on the siege. That's a bit more expected than most things going on in this campaign. We've got the Slurry Bowman, and we have constructed the Ballista Maker at Miflon, but we can't make them yet, which is okay. It's better to have them ready than not have them ready. Yeah, that sounds right. We could start getting the leather. Yeah, let's start working on getting armor, because then we could possibly get the. I can't remember the name of it now. The Warriors Guild. Whatever it's named. Yeah, they've really split up their army. Most of their weak units are here in Captain Rob. They've suffered quite a few casualties. So that's what it's saying for Barrelites. Okay. Then there's Captain Robbie. His army is not to be taken lightly, I think. Because yeah, that's 4 units that are as good, if not even better than Teleri Guards. Captain Ash. So what's his name's already gone. Gone to where? Not a clue. I feel like we should start preparing to abandon Deep Hollow next turn. Which is fine. Unlike in the Angmar campaign, when we lose a region, we're not losing a big region. We're only losing Deep Hollow.
Yes, my lord.
In fact, we might actually make it to Deep Hollow in time. Or the World of Mariners. Will everyone else reach in time? Depends. If that small army takes more time and doesn't actually move out, we could get this distinct advantage. On the attack, Paul with a shot, but the army inside immediately attacked back, and they won, losing their unit of bandits and most of a unit of woodland hunters. Oh dear. That makes me feel like the next army that comes to attack will be the one will be its last. Yeah, they've still got a few woodsmen and clansmen, but they've now got a unit of elder guildsmen. Yeah, I thought they were bodyguard unit, but I wasn't sure. Now I am sure. Get more units in. Once we kind of recruit more artillery guardsmen, we'll recruit them and move them out to meet with, what's his name? New General. Baratheon. Have them meet out with Baratheon.
Sire.
I'm thinking, do I want to send Belmai Forion with them as well? They've both got low command, so I can put them together. Yeah. Yeah, even together, I can't have an army. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't have an army bigger than a 10 stack if there's not include. Sorry, they can't have more than 9 units. And when it's together, that doesn't stack up. So, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, that's good. I can do that. We've got 3 units of bowmen. 1, 2, 2 guard, 1 long spear, no, 3 guard, 1 long spear, 2 generals, and a unit of Sindar cavalry. That's a really good army. Mooney's Mariners Deep Hollow. If they don't actually attack Deep Hollow next turn, or if they don't move up their big army to about here next turn, or even here, I think we can safely say that the rest of the army is going to join us. But if not, we may have to give up Deep Hollow. And I think we want to hold Hobbiton and give up Sackville. Then we can very quickly gain those regions back, depending on where they go.
My lord.
So checking that everyone's doing something. Any new units we can recruit? No, no. We can move out the artillery guard. I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually have them meet with Maldor so they can send them down to Blizzard Doom. Some more units of artillery guardsmen. We could do with more archers actually.
For the light.
Actually tempted. Do I want to send those long spears back? I do, don't I? Because that's the only unit. And as good as long spears are, Ered Luin has a lot of ranged units. So yeah. Oh no, I don't want to move them both. Let's just move them out now. Split these 2 units up so the long spears can go back to Harlond. And that's everything end of turn. So yeah, we will begin our advance down to meet with Londe and Siduri. But once we've claimed those regions, there's not really much Ered Luin can do in claiming them back, other than obviously overwhelming us. But once the barracks event hits, their chances of overwhelming us is very limited. Because once we start getting improved barracks buildings and archery buildings, we get more bowmen, we get more guardsmen, we get more long spears, and we get new units on top of that as well. Our roster just doubles in size, and then it triples in size after that once we get the 3rd tier of barracks and archery range. So yeah, as I said, we can't make the Eldarin Way until we've claimed up to Londe. We have the regions of Eriador up to Barbad, and we have all of Breeland and the Shire. And I was right, they're going to move up. But the Dunedain, oh, my friends, that was a foolish move on your part. I'm sorry, but your timing could not be worse in this matter. Send back the Long Spears and Gildor to Sackville. And actually no, not 2 bowmen. Shall I send all the bowmen? No, send back. Yeah, send 2 bowmen, but 2 largest units of bowmen. The other 2 can move closer to Hobbiton, so they can't reach it, so that's a problem. The same with those guardsmen too. With Kirdan.
Come, my brothers.
Onward. There. War declared between the Ardenheim and Dol Amroth. Only a matter of time. It's all about just that being a matter of time.
Load up the ships. Yes, sir.
Take out the long spears. We have two. So we have the Lindon long spears protecting both Fallon and Carmond. Like Poetic, that's me. Merge all these units together. And we'll come down to Blood of Doom. The thing about it taking this long to sort everything out isn't such a bad thing, because I'm still waiting to get everything else sorted. It's not so much a bad thing, just waiting around a bit, doing things back and forth. Check for any new units. No. And no. New buildings. Next turn. Oh, my Forion moved to Doom.
Elves, we must give up the road. Follow me.
And end the turn, and unfortunately, you're gonna die trying to stop them from claiming Deep Hallow. So for this last turn, before I lose Deep Hallow, I'm gonna do taxes to the max. Make them lose a bit of corruption, something. I can't remember what the something is though. How's this looking? Okay, they've still got their starting regions, but they've lost a Thillin. Not a Thillin, not Goroglar. Yeah, they've still got a Thillin, but they've lost the Budar Lowlands and the Etamor, so they're being really... They've lost Litash. Oh dear, Angmar's worse off than I first thought. This could not bode well for us. Or for them, sorry, not for us. It's not going to affect us at all. It's affecting them. Look at the map information. How much do you want for it? I'll accept that. That is quite cheap. Well, guess what? Your lord's approving now. There's a little bribe. How does that make you feel? Is that better? Good. What do I get? Yep, more ships. Send them in... Oh god, yeah, all those messages. We've got to Minas Morgul, Osgiliath, Minas Tirith, the Black Gate, Baladur, Mount Doom, which is I've never seen that portrait before, Grifungor, and that's the portrait from Shadow of War, which, as I look at it now, it does look quite nice. And speaking of Shadow of War, I may go back to it. I may actually do a series on it, because even though it's not exactly, it's nowhere near a lore-friendly game. It's still it's still fun. It can still be fun. It's still be a very fun game.
Yes, sir.
It really depends on you guys. Do you want to see a Shadow War just walk through, starting from the beginning and going through everything?
Elven warriors, come on.
Yeah, I'm starting to send things over. But a general on his own, that is suicide. Even I don't think a general of... How many are you? I can't tell how many you are. It's probably like 86 of you against an entire army of...
Elves.
Nah, you're not going to start moving over to... First get the dollar formation. And then I can send my spy to... Oh, you want to keep him in the north? No. If I ever hear anything like war, I'll hear it from. I'll just hear it when the turn starts. I might as well use him to scout out regions, because yeah, Dunland now has Farbad. We're going to be fighting Dunland. We're going to be fighting Isengard. We're going to be fighting Gondor. If Gondor survives up to that point. If not, we're going to end up fighting Mordor, and I don't want to have to fight Mordor. They're such an annoying nation to fight. It's literally just armies and armies of Uruk. And as the elves, it's so easy to kill them off. It's just like 20 minutes of just torture, watching elves just slaughter orcs. It really is just stupid. I really hate having to fight against Mordor. That's why I've avoided playing Gondor. I have heard that they're trying to vamp up the future of the late game from Mordor, because otherwise it's just making massive armies that will, in the end, just win. As good as Gondor can be, as good as their elites are, they're levels above Mordor's elites, but they can't make enough of them. So, yeah, we've lost Deep Hallow. That was going to happen one way or another. There's no way we could stop it. But now they're going to move the... They could reach Sackville. You can't reach Hobbiton anymore. Problem. If we are to defend, we are at risk of losing Deep Hallow. Not Deep Hallow, Sackville. Even though the army's big, yeah, we're just going to have to surrender Sackville as well and move back to Mitchell Delving. If they move for Hobbiton, then I can probably move back to Sackville and then just defend from there. But yeah, with Bree, we can't. There's not really anything we can do other than accept we're going to lose these regions. Yeah, we suffered a bit at Deep Hollow, but that's all we've done. Lindon comes back with some hunters, and yeah, that unit may not survive with the general and all those units together. Yeah, we lost Deep Hollow, but that was expected. Do we give up Sackville in the same way? I think we do. Move everything to Hobbiton. They've actually moved up their faction leader. That's a big mistake. Not only is he alone, so if I wanted to send my unit of Sindar Cavalry, they'd probably kill him. Actually, no, wait. Don't be saying things that don't make sense. Before we look at that, let's continue what I was going to say. If we were to send the Sindar Cavalry into there, it's not a guaranteed victory. Talking about Sackville, move back from Sackville, move to Mitchell Delving. Do what we did with the last place, set it very high, let it whittle away.
Come on!
Hobbiton.
Let us settle matters on the field of battle.
Now they could move for Hobbiton, they could move for Sackville. Choice is theirs in the end, but to be honest,
yes, my lord.
I would prefer it if they did go for Sackville. Because then they're not only are they splitting up their army so they can focus on other targets, they're giving me chances to come back and strike them hard. If they start splitting up, that's already them proving they're weak and can't hold everything that they've claimed. But they should be fine. They've got plenty of buildings that can give them public order, and they've still got a lot of their culture in those regions, so it's not like they're going to be suffering massive penalties. So we can now get Artillery Guards. Let's also get the Levitana here. We're just building the Levitana level worker to the... Actually, can we make tier 5? This early on. I'm sure we can't. Oh yes, it's locked behind I was thinking of something else. No. We can make up to tier 3, and that will give us the guilds. We can't make anything past that, so looking at this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's fine, that's just enough units. There's 2 of those on the generals, that leaves 9 units, and I cannot use more than 9 units. So, not next. But what they actually bring down here, they've got their watchmen, they've got their militia, they've got their hobbitry, they've got their merchants. There's a smaller army of what they already have. And now we can have a look at Barliman. 79 gatekeepers with 9 melee attack, which is not only effective against armor, but skilled against mounts. Both of those put together will ruin any cavalry units. Not only are and also really good crossbowmen. A good way to beat them is to actually charge them in with cavalry into their backs, then move them immediately out before they can get out their pole arms, and then just go back in again, in and out until they all die. But it needs to be a strong strike cavalry unit, otherwise you are just going to lose. Oh my lord, this is a mess. And this is what would have happened if I didn't go really aggressive in the Anmar campaign to begin with. I'd have lost places like Latash. I would never have been able to hold these regions. Again, thank you Rivendell for that time. Oh, Shadoon's been taking heavy casualties. Drangu's still alive, those guys should be fine. And all those units together. And then we just have a look at Shagfrak's army and we think, how have they done so well with an army as crap as this? Because the AI, and the AI in auto-resolves are a lot better than AI in actual battle.
Your orders, my
so, moving everyone down. Here,
quietly.
checking for any new units we can make. Make some cavalry. Built the building. Then we got the artillery guardsmen being made, and we can now upgrade these Lindon mariners to have more experience. So let's end the turn and see what the AI will do. I am actually wanting to find out what they're up to. The more I can learn about what they're truly up to, I can act accordingly. It doesn't like Bree in anything. It didn't take Sackville either. Odd. Did it just move some things back, or what? I'm actually confused now. What they're doing. Oh, they might have just moved up to go to attack Hobbiton, but not on the whole stretch. Oh, Shadoon's under siege again. I actually want to watch this war unravel, because if Misty Mountains expand like this, but if we come to them, they don't stand a chance. I want to try and avoid that. Artheon. A portrait that looks like it belongs somewhere else instead of here. Yeah, I was right, they are actually moving to attack Hobbiton with a very little army inside Deep Hollow. With this knowledge, and now knowing they can't reach us, I'm going to move everything back from Mitchell Delving into Sackville again. Prevent that revolt. They're back down to low. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. They can attack Hobbiton from either side, so I'm just going to hold inside Hobbiton with a new general. Can remain in there because he has got 6 command stars. So Delvin, you can get the Leviathan. Oh wait, you can't get further than that. Oh yeah, communal farming. Crap, I forgot. You can't get above that without communal farming. You should probably start focusing in that places as well. Everyone is almost there. Yeah, let's start getting communal farming everywhere. Farming does give a lot of money as well. But of course, unlike things like mining, it's not guaranteed money. It's only possible money. So, this army here should do more than enough to fight against
I will only
them.
address you in
There's no,
battle.
there shouldn't be much stopping them from
Hail and well met,
beating them.
lord.
But
Yes, my lord.
oh, how are we gonna do this? I'm gonna move back to Deep Hollow next turn. I'm fairly certain. But if Rub,
Come and get
that name sounds really rude. If Rub moves over to Hobbiton, he'll be dealing with a very powerful army. Although we may not make it through the night. And it's still a possibility. As strong as we are, we're not strong enough to guarantee our victory. Probably should have moved one of those units in with them, actually. Oh dear.
Yes, my lord.
I move them. Oh yeah, they'd never be in range. Yeah, none of those units would have reached, except for Gildor. And Gildor is needed here to keep Sackville under wraps. So yeah, let's just stop speaking about what we were going to do and what we should do. Like going to speak to Gondor and Dol Guldur and checking for new buildings, upgrades, units.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, some more artillery guardsmen. Sending them over. I want to be sending Aldor to the ports here so we can pick up those Sindar cavalry. I wonder what. I should probably have to keep an eye on that general dwarves. Yeah, he's just going to sit there. Fairly certain Darin will not attack Angmar. If Misty Mountains really are that aggressive and move through here, which I'm fairly certain they will, or if Angmar go rebel, then the Blue Mountains will start expanding, and that's when things get scary. If they're allowed to expand too early, like the dwarves of Khazad-dûm, things get very scary very quick. Look at that, they've already claimed the Gladden Fields as well. Khazad-dûm has already done 3 times better than what they did in the last campaign. That's through not through luck, but just through how they roll. Sometimes they do stuff, sometimes they don't. It's all very, very random. Nothing they do is guaranteed. So next turn we can move everyone out.
My lord,
Move up to here.
conceal our movements.
And this is a pretty good army. 4 guardsmen, no, 5 guardsmen,
Yes, my lord.
4 archers, 2 Phalas lords, and Sindar cavalry are very, very good. That should be an army able to defeat any Enedwythian army, or any small Enedwythian ambushing force. And they move back to Deep Hallow. Oh wait, well, what? So they move back to Deep Hallow, and now we're just there? What are they up to? Why did they move their faction leader there? What? Okay, I need some moments to actually think. And we all need a moment of silence to remember the mighty faction leader of Bree, because he is about to die. All of you just have a moment of silence so we can remember what the Breeland once were and what they will now be. Okay, back from the brink. So then, they've literally just moved up their faction leader to attack a small Dunedain army, and he is about to die. That is just as good as it's going to be. That's as good as it's going to get.
Follow me, elves. My lord.
And oh wait, no, they can't.
Come, my brothers. Scatter them.
He moves away, but we can still catch him up. So Barliman,
Take it for the elves. Evil must not be allowed to triumph this
prepare to die. Eastlings had the victory, but they could not take the gate, and many, both dwarves and men, took refuge in Erebor. A tale of years, the Third Age. The war of Erebor against the men of Rune. So then, as I said already, we don't want to send the cavalry into the gatekeepers directly, because unlike the Mithlon nobles, we can't replenish our Sindar cavalry quickly. What we do want to do is stop them from shooting as quick as possible. So walk, just walk. Out of their range and just walk for now, until we get in range, and then we and then once they start getting to the range they can shoot us, we want to charge them in the backs. A shame, unlike in Total Warhammer, we again can't actually see out their shooting range, so it is a lot of guessing as to how far they can shoot from. Yeah, but look at those bill hooks right there, or whatever they're called. Just look at those giant pole arms. Those things that take off the head of anyone, especially a horse. They start running. Charging into those gatekeepers. We resist to shoot the cavalry. No. Oh wait, they charge them. Oh my goodness! What? What? One charge wonder. Sindar cavalry. One charge wonder. Kill off the general in one strike. What? No, that's just bad. That is just. How is that?
This is a clear victory.
How is that fair? But all the men of arms who were still able, and the most of the Elven Kings of Ray got ready to march north to the mountain. That was so fast. That was so fast. No. No. He should not have died that soon. It should have taken at least 2 charges to kill him. First, that was their faction leader I just killed. This wasn't just a simple scrubby captain. This was a general with the Freelanders' best units. And I just killed it just from 1 charge from Sindar cavalry. Yes, they are probably the second strongest early tier cavalry unit, but come on, it should not have been that easy. It shouldn't have, right? I feel like this is being made too easy for us.
We've defeated their wretched armies. Stay in the trees.
Let's have a look at their charge. They have 5 charge. They could not have killed them from just a charge, right? That can't be real. Did that just happen, or am I just having a momentary lapse of just confusion? I didn't even read the diplomatic thing from before. But the Vale of Anduin and Mist Mountains are now actually at war. Dol Amroth and Ardenheim declared a truce, and let's have a quick look at all this so we can show off everything. Gondor is currently still at war with Dol Amroth and Mordor, and allied with Harad. Dol Amroth is at war with Gondor. Rohan is allied with Lorien as they go to war with Isengard. Bree is at line with us and the Dunedain. Dunedain are allied to us and are at war with Bree and Imladris. They are allied to Rune, but enemies to Erebor and the Woodland Realm, so the Rune will start coming in to help Dale soon, I think. Anduin have no allies and are at war with 4 different nations, so they're in trouble. Gorwinion is at war with Rune. Erebor is only at war with Dale. Ered Luin has no enemies, but he has a current ally. Khazad-dûm is at war with Anduin and allied to Lothlorien. Imladris is allied to Dunland and Misty Mountains. Yeah, they have strayed off the path. Imladris has strayed off the path, and we're going to find them, and we're going to return them back to what they were. We're talking about the good news in the Bible. We're going to become the Jehovah's Witnesses for Imladris. Lothlorien is allied to both Rohan and Khazad-dûm, were enemy to Mirkwood. Woodland Realm are enemies to their neighbours, Anduin and Dale, and I'm fairly certain they're not coming back anytime soon. Enedwaith are at war with Dunland and Isengard, and still they have enough time to just really annoy me.
Stay alert.
Rune is allied to Cand, Mirkwood and Dale, and at war with Dorwinion, so they are at a really strong start. Mordor is at war with Gondor and allied to Cand and Mordor, so they've also got Mirkwood, so they've also got a good start. Mirkwood is on an iffy start, but at the same time, Shadow of Mirkwood is always strong in the beginning, and often can just blitzkrieg the 2 elven nations out of existence. Same with Anduin, unless you can do something about it. Isengard is allied to Dunland, enemies to Rohan and Enedwaith, which is what they normally at war with. Dunland, we've got quite a few allies, enemies to Enedwaith. Misty Mountains have 2 very weak enemies to deal with, and have 2 very strong allies to help them with that. Angmar is allied to us for now, depends if the Blue Mountains go to war with them, and enemies to the Misty Mountains. The Haradrim are enemies to Can, allied to Gondor, and Can is allied to Rune and Mordor and are enemies to Harad, and Ardenheim have no allies and no enemies. They remain neutral in this war. Although they did just make the war with and then peace with Dol Amroth, so a bit here, a bit there. Let's level workers up, and then let us move down.
Form up.
Right, how far can these generals move? They can move just as far as any other unit, so how's that look? That's good, and it's good. Let's go to attack
Scatter them.
Enedwaith. They still failed to take Col Willishar, but they do. Did they lose their general? They lost their unit of Woodland Hunters. But where's their general? They had a general when they attacked them. Did they really lose their... The general went in and died. Yep. Yep, that's what happened. It's either he died or he ran far, far away where I can't see him. We're currently the 10th strongest nation financially. That's the best I've ever seen that result as. So now their new council master, Andy,
my enemy.
who be the next victim on my list. And we want to start moving out from Sackville soon. So where's the rest of our units we're getting, or the rest of the last unit we're getting? Moving to Hobbiton. They could move to attack Hobbiton, and I would be advised to actually move away from Hobbiton this turn. Move away from it, let them take it, and then take it back with a full force. And in fact, I'm going to take out those 2 bowmen, because they can't reach the Hobbiton this turn, but I could if they attack it and take it. And there's mariners as well, too. Yeah, this is an army. This is something to be feared. And we're going to move back to Hobbiton once Captain Alderon claims it. Well, this is not called Rub anymore. At least that's not sounding weird. So moving over to Gondor. And I think this time, since Rohan's not fighting Gondor and they haven't lost Minas Tirith yet, they're doing a lot better than they did last time. So we might get to fight them. We might get to fight against Gondor and see them. What I want to show, of course, is the Blue Mountains. But I feel like if we were to attack them now, it'd be too easy. Not too easy, but we wouldn't be showing off enough of them to warrant not wanting to play them in the next campaign. currently these are the current options I'm thinking of for the next campaign. One of the evil men nations, so the Ardenayam, Rune, Kand, Harad, or Dol Amroth. If this campaign ends sometime around the new patch, I might want to show off Gundabad as well, so that might be we do 2 campaigns at the same time. Because if they do the changes, if the changes do show up as well, I'm more tempted to also want to play as the Dunedain. We haven't shown off them yet. If we end up going to war with them in this campaign, I may decide not to play as them in the next campaign, just for simplicity's sake. They did not take Hobbiton, and can't stand with the Astari again. Or did they? No, they stood with Mordor last time, and now it's oh yeah, I remember now. First time when I was playing off Lothlorien, they stood with the Astari. Then they stood with Mordor when we were playing as Angmar, and now they're starting with the Astari again. So, Kand and Gondor are... Wait, why? Oh, because Kand went to war with Arad, okay. And... Okay, so what the hell just happened? Okay, so factions that had a truce. Kand and Harad. Kand and Harad again. Gondor and Dol Amroth went now at peace. Kand's gone towards Mordor and Rune. Broken their alliances with Mordor and Rune. Kand's really in the deep end now. They are done. They are going to lose. Because not only have they broken their alliances with everyone around them, or formed truces with them, but they're now at war with the two stronger nations next to them. That's very scary. And apparently they were allies with these guys, but then they went to war with them. Enderwife was at war, allied with Gondor. How dare Enderwife? How dare they? And still failing to take Cor Willishar as well. Actually check how the garrison is doing. Oh yeah, that garrison won't hold out forever. So we completed the construction of Mithlond, getting the leather worker. But we can't get the blacksmith until we've upgraded it. So they haven't... Where they moved to then? Where are they? Okay, so they've just completely neglected the fact that we had a full stack ready to kill them. Wow, these guys need some help. They really do. If that's the best they can do. If that's the best they can do to try and frighten me. They need some practice. Also, their faction leaders in Deep Hollow, aren't they? I'm gonna kill it. But not yet. I'm gonna kill it by taking out some of these units. I'm going to leave Galdor inside, but then take a few more units out.
Was that your best shot?
Yes, my lord.
By the light of Elbereth!
So it's going to be Artheon leading the army, but we can only have so many units.
My lord?
Take the
Elven warriors!
guards and the mariners too. And that's all the army he can have.
By the light of Elbereth!
Artheon's going to move for Deep Hollow. And Gildor's just going to sit here, because we need to protect our southern border now, because Cor Willishar is soon to be taken. But yeah, everything just went into a complete random, just a set of random, I don't know.
Yes, my lord.
Bad stuff happened for Enerdwife, is what I'm going to say. Bad stuff happened for Enerdwife. And to be honest, I don't really care about it.
This proposal is of little...
I'll pay 6,000 for map information with you, Gondor. F you. That's what I'm going to say about it, because, god damn. You just made me pay a lot for map information.
We cannot honor and
I'm only making 1,000 a turn now, so...
I could. Yes.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
I shall continue tomorrow.
And I actually know that they actually have Merlond. Oh, my mouse was acting up on me, and it still is. Give me a few seconds. I'm gonna calibrate it. Okay, it's back to normal. They lost the Isle of Tofalas. Okay, so Dol Amroth only has Ethelond and Belfalas left. They've lost Tofalas. They've lost Belfalas. Or most of Belfalas. And they have claimed no regions of Gondor, so yeah, they only have Ethelond and Dol Amroth left.
Sire.
Oh my, did I make it? Did I do a make the, no. I was thinking that that army could have just come back to attack us. But if they do, we could just walk away from them. Also, I'm fair saying they wouldn't reach us anyway. Once we reclaim Deep Hallow, we go straight for the Shire. Well, not for the Shire. We've already got the Shire, we go for Bree. Sorry. Still feeling a bit ill. It's the weather getting to me again. Sindar Cavalry. Move you down, can't meet with Baratheon.
Onward! Orders completed. We will need that one.
Because he's got all the army he can handle.
Elven warriors.
So you're going to move over to
Be vigilant.
Shire. Actually, you could. I'm going to need a unit to garrison Dol Vorn, and I'll probably be a unit of guardsmen. We will want some more cavalry. Wait, why did I think I was going to have 5 guardsmen? There's only 4 here. As I said, I'm a bit ill still, a bit nasally. I'm slowly getting there. The garrison at Shadoon is not looking good. And like with the last, same with Angmar campaign, the Orcs missed them out to very quickly just make units from Latash as if it was already one of the strongholds from the beginning. Oh god, no, not 10. Well, we've killed off Barliman, so that's one good thing to call, about this campaign. And we're about to kill another lead general. Oh, wait. Let me think this through for a second. What I'm about to do might make Bree commit retrocide, because I didn't see them have a faction heir. In fact, I only see I think there's 2 other generals of Bree. If I attack Deep Hallow, is that going to be the end of the Breelanders? Oh no, I've got myself thinking now. No. Okay, think. Had another general there, but he didn't call himself the councilman. It could be another general in Bree. I don't want to have to kill off Bree in this turn. It's far too early in the campaign. Let me stress this: it's too early in the campaign to get this much of a boost. I don't want Bree dead yet. I want them to put up a fight. I can't do that. They're dead. So let us pray that things are going to be fine. Oh no, what it takes. Still lots of candles lost. Moria is on the sea. Oh no. Oh, they got to war. Oh, that should be fun. Bree's allied with Dunland. Cowards. I'm trying to bring others into this. This is between you and moi.
My lord. Onward! Be vigilant. By the might of Elbereth.
They still haven't taken Cor Willishar, so next turn we can attack Dol Vorn. Oh, there he is. Cameron. Cameron? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce names well. Let's have a quick look at Deep Hallow. Oh, they moved Cotter out. Okay, what's his name out? He's no longer there. Oh. Oh ho ho. Dunedain. Bit ballsy, wasn't that? See, I think if Andy dies, that's it. That's it. Unless... Oh, of course, they got that general there. I'll check if that general there is still alive. Or is the councilman? If he is, then I know for certain that still have more to deal with. Let's attack Deep Hallow, and we're just gonna shoot down Kotar until he dies. I don't know why the Breelanders didn't just do what I did. Just bounce, get out, run away, while you still can. Right, this will be the last battle. After that, we'll end the turn. Check if Bree does actually have a faction heir. Because if they don't, they could be very much dead soon. Now we get our first look at the Lindon Mariners in battle. Aren't they beautiful? the emblem of Lindon. Or more importantly, I believe the symbol of Lindon is actually the symbol of Gilgalad.
Elves, over here.
There we go. There. I just love how they've done the new Sindar units. I give credit where credit is due. They did really well. They did a good job on that. Not a good job, an excellent job. Sorry. They really did well. Anyway, just move up and shoot them. Yeah, only the Watch Sheriffs have missile weapons, and even then they're not good. Not good enough to worry about. You're ready to charge out? Watch Sheriffs? Okay, prepare to die. That was a terrible charge.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
It's just the horse stats. It's just that the horse is very strong. Not because the charge is really good. I can't tell because they are butchering these sheriffs.
Only half the enemy force remains.
That's over 100 Watch Sheriffs dead. Oh, but they're actually starting to kill a couple of my cavalry. Oh my. Don't underestimate those Watch Sheriffs, they're good. I think that's always a thing you should think about with hobbits. Never underestimate hobbits.
We will smash the enemy.
They can actually be really good. Also, their morale stats are a lot better than they're given credit for. Anyway, let's charge in with everyone else. Back out again. Yeah, the cavalry are nowhere near doing as much as they did in the last battle. The last battle they did phenomenally well.
We will smash
I think that's it. They're meant to be a rear charging unit. So otherwise, when they're just fighting mono in mono, the horse does slow them down. So their 10-16, their stats of 10-16 they're literally just worse artillery guards. If you try to strike them from the side or the front, you have to strike them exactly from the rear, or they really just give no value to you. Gotta start charging in. Down the horn. Yeah, that charge there was a lot better, because that's when they charged in the rear. I think it is just, you know, with the Sindar cavalry, not just the Sindar cavalry, but just with cavalry that doesn't actually have a lance, you don't want to charge into their fronts. Even if it's a unit that's very weak against cavalry, you want to try and strike into their sides, or more importantly, into the rear, because that's where they can do the most damage. I mean, we killed Barliman in one charge, and this time we lost 14 cavalry just trying to kill off some sheriffs.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose. This is a clear victory.
See how much we healed. We healed 5 cavalry, that's pretty good. But in the end, we lost 30 elves. You have no business here, we are going on. So make way or we shall fight you. Dane's warriors, the Lakemen, and Sylvans. Ooh. Oh yeah. Those are the original quotes of Dane. Until they made it really dramatic in Wild 5 Armies. I must admit, those quotes in the Hobbit film, I must admit, are just a bit better than how it's written in the book. Just because of how it's done and by who did it. I can't remember his name now. The quotes were so well done. But if you would, just bugger off. Oh, it's so well done. So deep hollow once again ours, but I will this time sack the population, just so there's less of them. Because once we reach the population cap, which will be 1,200, it's going to keep going higher and higher and higher. But the problem with that is, as it may sound good, but it's really bad. Because then public order will start going down, because it'll increase, the squalor will increase. So if you can, whenever you can, try and decrease the population growth. Obviously, Mitchell Delving is the one exception. Once it reaches the 5,000, though, you really need to try and keep the population, or the public order up, the population growth down as much as possible. In a way, that's also how you just make more money. Seeing we now hold Deep Hollow, Hobbiton is no longer going to be
Elves!
My
a
lord.
threat.
Elves! Follow me.
Actually, no, is it? It may not be.
Sire.
Elven warriors!
Move this video around to here. Move it down one. Try and keep them happy, at least.
At ease.
So now I'm making 2,000 a turn again, or 1,500 a turn.
Warriors!
It's a little bit less than that, than 2,000. Check for new units. Okay, let's move out this artillery guard. We'll send these over to the Shire, though.
Our movements.
Not possible.
My lord.
Actually, no.
Yes, my lord.
Rethinking my plan. We're moving the guards down to meet them. But this cavalry, we need to try and help deal with Bree. Once Bree's dealt with, we can start sending them to deal with Ered Luin. Because the last thing we want to do against Dunland is use cavalry.
At ease.
Because Dunland excel at defeating cavalry. That's why they after all, they hate Rohan. They're made to. They're literally the anti-Rohan nation, along with Isengard.
Tomorrow's journey,
Although, Rohan still has a massive advantage over them.
my lord.
So then, let's end the turn, and then we can check if Bree actually does have a faction heir, or if I kill off their faction leader. Oh no! Did they really lose Shadoon? Oh dear. Angmar really are on their last legs. If it weren't for them claiming those regions in the west, it'd already be the Angmar waning thing, and they might actually get the last stand script. So in a way, because Angmar pushed out so far near the Blue Mountains, true it stopped the Blue Mountains from actually expanding. But the bad news is they won't get their last stand script until they've lost their faction capital and Shadoon. Not Shadoon. Why do I want to say Angsul? Not Angsul. Damn, I've already forgot. But yeah, once they lose those two regions to the west of Shadoon and Latash, they might get the last stand script, but they're that's not something that I want to see. So one quick checkup on Bree. Council Master is here, and they've got dwarves. That's unfortunate. I have to deal with them. Mengelan fell to the Barrow-wights. Okay, so they have no faction heir. They have only one general left, and that's Council Master Andy. And when he's gone, all of Bree will commit retrocide, and those armies will turn rebel. Just like Mengelan.
Follow me.
Just like Mengelan.
Be gone.
Now then, I want to hold the forts,
You in battle.
but I think it'd be better to hold the bridge.
My lord.
Onward. Elven
Oh,
warriors.
okay, so I don't have Call Willishar, so actually move up unit of long spears, help the Deep Hollow garrison.
Yes,
Then
my lord. My lord.
bowmen,
Onward. Come, my brothers.
the long spears and the mariners,
My lord.
Elven onward.
Yes, my
the
lord.
guards and the cavalry,
Elves, by the light
and then
of
Círdan.
Elbereth. Reinforcements.
Now can we move Galdor out? Maybe, no. Yes? Maybe, probably not.
Elves, by the light of Elbereth.
I'll hold this place for now, though.
Follow me.
I'm more likely to want to run away instead of actually fight them.
Be gone. Come and get me, you.
But to be honest, with Círdan in the army and his Mithlon nobles, we stand a much higher chance of success
Elven warriors.
than I'm giving credit for.
For the light.
Moving them down.
On. Elven warriors.
Cavalry's going to meet
Onward.
We can't get
at with Círdan. Any new units? No. Oh. Nowhere yet. Nowhere yet. I only hope it'll be soon, though. I want to wait forever for more units.
Elves!
So we shall end the turn one more time after I move my
Yes,
diplomats.
As you
I can
wish.
guarantee that they are still moving
Yes.
where they
my
need to
lord.
be.
Yes.
And a spy moving.
My lord.
Moving down here.
Quietly.
Hail and well met.
To be honest, the Breelanders may focus on the Dunedain currently on their borders. They might not want to focus us yet. They may see our strength and think against wanting to attack us. And that's that's kind of what I want, kind of what I don't want. I want them to come to attack us so the Dunedain have a better chance of beating any small army against them. And that they're not losing more units in the process. But now let's end the turn and then we'll call it there. I didn't attack Dolvorn, god damn it. Yep, I thought they'd go and attack Dunedain. And they did. And did they move further north? Did they move further north? We'll have to find out. If they're moving for Fornos Rhine and leaving Bree so open to an attack from us, I'm just gonna laugh and watch their faction leader die. That's always gonna happen. I could do a night attack or anything. There's so many ways now I could take Bree if they actually moved up to attack Fornost. Oh, this part, even though it was mainly going back and forth, reclaiming Deep Hollow, we won, killed off their faction leader. 2, killed off another one of their generals. 3, we are now attacking Dolvorn before Ered takes Cor Willishar. Let's get to that now.
Put an end to this evil.
Take a couple bashing rams, and they don't have a big enough garrison to actually defend against this army. We can defeat anything Ered brings to us.
Yes, my lord.
With relative ease, actually. Donald is at war with Ered. We're at war with Ered, and Ered don't like us anymore. I don't like them either. Never did. Mitchell Delving. You don't have enough to make any units yet. Do we want to build it up, or do we want to get the Leather Tanner? Yeah, get the Leather Tanner. We can actually get up to the blacksmith as well with what we've got. So we are 11 turns away from reaching the barracks event. And then we can start getting even more elites.
Concealed by the light of Elbereth.
So that's first. Oh no.
I have nothing.
Oh, so Alderon was still alive. Alderon was still alive. Okay, so that's answering one question. They did not go up to Dead Man's Dyke. They instead moved down to try and. It looks like they're going to want to reclaim Mengelen.
Only to fight thee, not to banter.
I'm actually going to let them attempt to reclaim Mengelen
Come and get me, you
and then attack them.
coward.
Where they are,
Was that
they
your
could
best
attack us.
shot? Elves.
But I'm going to take this fort from them, so I can make some more money in the process. They cannot attack Deep Hollow at where they are. Oh, we're now bordering a new faction, and will most likely become our next enemy. The Dun Landings, which means Deep Hollow and Sackville are in trouble. We'll have to take Tenereb sooner or later. So then, quick update on everything that's happened. The dwarves are now just building up stuff, deciding whether or not they should attack anyone, which I hope they don't, unless it's Angmar, because we've allied with them. We have gone to war with Ered as they have attempted to claim Cor Willishar and have failed. So now we're going to move away from here. We have no reason to keep a spy there. We need to keep a spy over here, because Dunland could attack us with a full stack out of nowhere. Thirdly, Barliman got stuck here. He died to one charge of Sindar Cavalry, which I'm still trying to laugh off. That is so stupid how easily he died.
My lord.
He should not have died that easily. I was expecting more of a challenge and to lose more of my units.
I have nothing to
Well,
say to
I got
you,
lucky. I got very, very lucky.
Your orders.
Um,
As you wish.
Canada's made their
I shall
decision. They've
continue
decided to
tomorrow.
ally with the Istari. They are now at war with Mordor, Rune, Ered. The Ardenarium have just gone to peace after making war with Dol Amroth, claiming Robo Tolfalas. Gondor and Dol Amroth are at peace, which means Gondor is only focusing on Mordor now. Whenever Gondor has only one faction to focus on, they will often win, which is quite a scary thought. Yeah, Dunland will probably be the next faction we fight. And next time we might get to the barracks event. Depends if I want to extend it that far. I feel like I've extended this video on a bit far as well. And later I will bring out the first of the Dwarven overviews for Erebor. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to keep updated on future videos, and don't forget to click the bell so you know when a new video is being uploaded. Comment if you think what I did this video was good, if there's something I should try and focus on instead, if you think me allying with the dwarves was a mistake and I should have just kept them neutral and risk going to war with them, or if you think I should or if it's something like I should try and keep away from Dunland and ally with them, which of course I won't. I refuse to ally with Dunland. But if you think I should try and claim all of these regions before holding off Ered Luin to try and make it more of a challenge. So I'll see you all next time, and farewell.